back, everybody, to the Color Fruit Title channel. Yes, you read that title right. Let's talk about periods. In homage to our friend that comes almost every day, I'm wearing a red shirt, I know this theme is still a little bit taboo, which I do not understand. I mean, majority of the women in the world get this for more than half of their life. Why shouldn't we be able to talk about it freely? It's unfathomable to me, but it is what it is. So I'll talk about my experience, what I've used, what I've tried, and what I think it works best for me, for my health, for my pocket, and for the environment. So let's get into it. So a little bit of a backstory. I actually got my menstruation quite early. I was about 11 and I had a lot of cramps every month. So obviously at the time there was the regular pads and tampons in the market, and that's what my mom bought you, was the regular pads. So years later, I decided to try the tampon. Was not for me, let's just be honest, so I kept with the pads. Years later, okay, this is going to be a little bit too much info, but I start on day 4 or day 5 of my period, almost finishing, I would say, having these rashes down there. And I was like, what can this be? And then I spoke with a very good friend of mine. She's also my cousin. And she was like, oh, it's probably from all the chemicals they have inside of these products. Pads, tampons, to smell good and whatever. And I was like, really? And it was the time that I started trying the menstrual cup. Let's be honest, I tried it for about 2-3 months. Was not for me. I couldn't work, let's say, fast enough. Sometimes I would need half an hour just to insert it and another 10 minutes to take it out. And I love my sleep. Usually I woke up half an hour before I have to go to work. I wash my face, brush my teeth, go to the restroom, and I'm out the door. And to wake up another half an hour extra just because of it, I was like, no. But I commend everybody that got used to it and uses it, because it's really, really so much better for your health, like I said here, and for the environment, because they say around 1 cup should last you for about 10 years. So you do save a lot of money. Obviously, it's a little bit of a bigger investment in the beginning, but long term is much, much better. I will also link down below a video that I found years ago, is not from today, years ago, about homeless women and how do they deal with their period every month. A box of tampons or a box of pads is not cheap. And can you imagine these people having to choose between hygiene products that they need every month or food and drink? I mean, this question should not exist. They should at least make this type of product, even the bad ones for environment, at least free to these women. It's so difficult to live on the streets and have it every month and you have nothing to protect yourself. So the link will be down below if you're interested. I think it's about a 15-minute video. It's actually quite informative, I found, and very honest. So continue with my story. And I said, okay, I need another option. So my cousin knows this woman, she's from Portugal also, and she has this Facebook page, and they met through I think it was a yoga retreat, and she makes reusable pads, very cute ones, I might add. So she makes all different ones. She makes, daily ones, low flow, medium flow, heavy flow. So the first time I bought it was about 8 years ago, and I'm gonna show you one because people's like, oh, it's gonna get stained. This one here I've had for about 2 years, and you see it's not stained. Obviously the back is a little bit more frayed if you compare with one that I haven't used, let's be honest, but look how in good condition it is. Here this back part is also waterproof, which is awesome, and you can hear it. So it really is safe there. I never had the problem that they, open altogether. This is actually a medium flow one. This one is around the same size, but it's a low flow one. And then this is the daily one, a little bit smaller. So like I said, she also has heavy flow. The first time that I bought reusable pads from her, I got 2 heavy flow ones because I was like, oh my God, I have so much flow, Yeah, it's a little bit of a myth. So there was this documentary in Portugal that came in the TV. I did not watch it, but my cousin did. So our private parts, every time you put something plasticky, chemically, pads, tampons and stuff, she feels like she's asphyxiating with the plastic, which means it tends her to produce more. So a lot of women think they have a lot of heavy flow, but they do not. Let's be honest, there's a lot of women that do have a heavy flow. Let's not take away from it. But most of the women is just a reaction from those traditional things. I can be honest, I used the heavy flow pad one time and I got 2 of them once, and then I use it again because I don't have the need to. Usually I use 2 medium and 3 low flow ones, and that is enough for me for 4 or 5 days. The thing is, with the regular pads, it starts stinking a lot. And I was like, it's going to be the same. it's not as bad. The thing is, with the regular pads, when the blood, let's be honest, contacts with it, there's so much chemicals that the blood also oxygenates much faster. With these ones, you smell mainly blood, which is what it should be. It's natural. Sorry to say it's yucky at the end of the day, but it is natural. You know what I mean? And since I started using it, I do not have that big of a rush I had. Obviously, I bought all of these, 15 in total, for about 60 euros, and that included shipping costs. And these last me, if I take good care of them, for about 7 years, one of them. In the beginning, the first, purchase I made from her, I didn't really know about taking care of them so good. So after 4 or 5 years, I had to throw some of them away. They were really stained. And then I learned how to do it, or my cousin taught me as well. And look, like I said, 2 years. 2 years is this one. Obviously, I have a little bit of a ritual. What is easier, when I do have my time of the month, usually when I go in the shower, I take it with me. Usually the part where the blood, you should put it down, so the blood will come out or fall out with the water. And usually I have a little bowl of water in the restroom, and I leave the pad there overnight. At the end of my period, I wash them all. Usually once every 2 months, I do a deep washing with the things used to clean, fake teeth to bubble up, and it helps a lot. And obviously, I'm gonna be honest, in the beginning, my boyfriend was a little bit eked out. It's not normal. And I explained to him, look, it's nature. It's better for my health, better for my wallet, and better for the environment. And now he's used to it. For him, it does make a difference. Obviously, when I have people over and I'm on my time of the month, I do hide, obviously, the the bowl, but it's kind of okay. Like I said, my boyfriend is used to it. In the video that I post down below, you can see some of them count the money that they need a month. Usually if you need a box of tampons or pads through the whole year, you need about 80 to 100 francs a year. Like I said, this cost me 60 euros, which is about, okay, let's say 60 francs, and it will last me for about 6 or 7 years, maybe longer. I don't know why people still consider this taboo. I really do not. We should be able to talk freely. And I do love her company because she's so cute. Look, this one is cute. That's one of my favorite ones. This one. It's just something down there that it's cute and it's not just plain white. Nothing against the plain white ones, by the way. So I will also link her Facebook page and her Instagram down below. She speaks English. She ships internationally. I actually contacted her 3 or 4 days before I filmed the video just to make sure. So if you are interested, you can buy. She also sells and makes herself little, fabric bags if you are in a pickle during the day and you need something to put something dirty or clean inside. And like I said, usually when I do have my period, one of them, a medium one, lasts me for a whole day because first, it does not stink as bad. I can hold on to longer to it. When it does start stink, obviously I change it, but it happens so rarely to me, honestly. I don't want anything else in my life except this. Every time I meet somebody and I said, you want to try one? The second one, the heavy flow that I haven't used, I gave to a friend of mine. Obviously, I know the traditional tampon pads, Firma Monopoly on our time of the month will likely not go away anytime soon. I still think it's okay when you go to a hospital and you need some, it's fine. It's just on a daily to daily or month to month basis. I find this or the reusable cup so much better. Again, health, money, environment. And I know a lot of people probably are like me, they don't get used to the cup. But if you do, good for you. Keep doing it. Again, we should be able to talk about it more freely. This should not be taboo. We get it every month for more than half of our lives. Let's talk more freely. If you have any questions or recommendations, please comment down below. It's just important that we all talk about it. I remember when I got it at 11, it was just like... It shouldn't be like this, it's a natural thing. I know it's a little bit embarrassing when you are 11 and everybody says to you, oh my God, you are so grown up. And you don't really realize what that means because it means that you can get pregnant at 11. Like, where can you get it in your head? So we do have to be more considerate of it and be able to talk freely. Obviously, not everybody can do it. I think for men, it's a little bit more difficult. I even said to my boyfriend, like I mentioned in the beginning when he was like, oh, it's yucky. And I said, what do you think is going to happen when we do have a kid? Do you think he's going to come out clean and smelling good? No, he's going to come out with mucus and blood. And, even when you have a kid, diaper is going to blow out. I find that problem bigger than this problem, But it's the way people change their mentality, obviously, and how you deal with it and how you talk about it. Like I said, with this cousin of mine, I have no problem. I can ask her so much questions about our bodies. She's very in sync. and a lot of ideas, which I like. She's actually the first person that showed me a cup. I never seen one before. They start being popular in Portugal about, I would say, 7 to 8 years ago. I think it's been around longer. It's just people have, like I said, haven't been able to talk about it freely and openly. So if you have any questions or comments, please like and subscribe, and see you next time, guys.